兄者は一門の将来に大きな希望を抱いておられる。その気高き野望を叶えてやりたい。これは名誉のための戦いぞ。敵軍の指揮は藩主自ら取っておるようじゃ。あの首を取った者には褒美を与えるぞ。今日の敵は武士の誇りのかけらもない奴らだ。野心生まれで蔑まれながら死ぬ。奴らの腐った屍は恥という名の棺桶で葬られる。敵方の戦意が落ちていることは兵の数を見れば一目瞭然。数も少なければ兵力も大したことはない。今日の戦、お主らに不名誉は一切ない。お主らは一門の歴史に名誉ある一環を書き加えるだけじゃ。
Good afternoon and welcome to Let's Play Total War Shogun 2 Rise of the Samurai. Currently, Tomomori is launching a counter-attack in Totomi against the Minamoto force. We've sabotaged the reinforcement stack so it won't be arriving. Now, our army is particularly beat up. There's not too much left. We're about half strength, but the enemy force is significantly crippled. They only have a few foot samurai and bow attendants, and not too much. So I'm expecting the computer to button up around about here, possibly on this hill, while I move my forces up in battle array and outshoot them because I have a large ranged advantage. Now, I don't want to run my forces because we don't want to tire them out before the fight. The objective of this fight is really just to minimize casualties that are difficult to replace. In this case, foot samurai and bow warrior monks, which replenish at a relatively slow rate compared to the levy. I'm not too concerned about the levy casualties themselves, as they replenish quite quickly, and I can recruit additional levy if necessary. But at the same time, obviously I want to minimize the casualties I receive. So at the moment, the plan is simply to get into position, and as you can see, this is the battle deployment here, with our ranged units along the back, and some melee units along the front line. And we're just going to shoot them. Now, it's a bit unusual what's happening here. The computer has acknowledged that not only do I have range superiority, but I have an enormous range superiority, and is basically electing to not even skirmish with me, which is very unusual. Normally the AI likes to skirmish a lot, and I pretty much always expect some degree of skirmishing, which I was expecting to win. In this case, it's caught me on the hop a little bit, as I've had to order my men to run to try to build a battle line, because as you can see, I don't really have too much of a battle line. So I'm just trying to buy myself some time, launch some fire arrows with the guys to start with, and I just want to try to get some of these early units to chain route. As you can see, the fact that the sword attendants are already pretty cut up and they've shattered has meant the Minamoto general has popped rally. Now, we're reasonably lucky and they've whistling arrowed their own troops. Unfortunately, they've whistling arrowed mine as well. But I have the superior morale and attack, courtesy of Tomomori's bonus, so that should be enough. As you can see, it's a pretty messy sort of a fight, with my flanks charging in here to try to get into this group at the back, and we're tying down their forces and just hoping to grind them out. They're already wavering. So it's working okay simply because of the sheer amount of men that I have available. We just massively outclass them. Although I am still concerned about these foot samurai here, as they will beat these Naginata levy, although as you can see they're inspired with 8 melee attack and 5 melee defense, so they should actually put up a pretty good fight. But in any event, we're going to have to hope we get the chain route. Now, I've actually had to pop rally to keep my guys in the fight because they were getting a little bit concerned with casualties, but it looks like that's going to finish this. So this group's chain routing here, and our front line can now move to engage and hopefully finish these off. As you can see, the foot samurai are doing pretty decent sort of casualties. 30 men killed, 35 men, you just watch it tick up. Foot samurai fighting levy is always an unpleasant experience if you're on the levy side. But we're getting some kills back in exchange as well. But the most important thing is that we are flanking them, and their morale is now starting to waver. So, with this many men in such a small area, we're going to overwhelm them with sheer numbers. And that's quite important. So I've moved Tomomori up just to try to snipe some kills, get a few bow shots in. And it looks like that's going to be everyone gone. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed it.